بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على الحبيب محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. So we're going to continue with some of the du'as from the Quran like we did yesterday. Yesterday we talked about the dua of the Awzi'ani and أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي. And we said the main thing there was thanking Allah truly for everything that has happened in the past and then using Allah's bounties going forward to more please Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we focus on a slightly different dua from Surah Ibrahim alayhi salam. Sayyidina Ibrahim says, Rabbi ja'alni. I'm going to stop first before we say what he actually said fully. He says, Rabbi ja'alni. And we want to first understand most of the ayah in the Quran start with Rabbi. And why is that? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rabbul Alameen. And Rabb basically means the caretaker of His creation subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah is the one that provides us with everything. He provides us with life. He provides us with safety, He provides us with sustenance. So when you want to make dua, when you actually need something, you go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He's your provider. That's why you're going to find most of the ayah in the Quran start with Rabb. So Sayyidina Ibrahim says, Rabbi ja'alni, oh Allah make me. Now you start to think, if you're making dua, what will you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Oh Allah make me rich. Make me handsome, make me marry somebody, make me the most famous, whatever, make me have so many followers. All that stuff is the stuff that actually we focus on nowadays. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam says, Rabbi ja'alni muqim as-salat. Oh Allah, make me establish the prayer properly. That gives you a sense of the importance of the prayer. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts that dua in the Quran so that we know what the priority list is, what we should actually focus on. So when first then ask ourselves, how many times have we truly asked Allah to be from the people that establish the prayer properly? Every one of us has been making dua for Allah for decades, alhamdulillah. Have you ever asked Allah to be among people that actually establish the prayer properly? That's the dua of Sayyidina Ibrahim. رَبِّ جَعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي, and from my progeny. Now that's glad tidings, and that's also a cause of concern when you understand the ayah. Because Sayyidina Ibrahim did not say, وَذُرِّيَّتِي. Sayyidina Ibrahim did not say, in all my progeny. Sayyidina Ibrahim said, وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي. And when you look at almost all the tafsir, this is min al-ba'diyya, as in some of my progeny. And that takes us down to Surah Al-Baqarah, but we're not going to go there. When Sayyidina Ibrahim asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about his progeny, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَالَ لَا يَنَالُ عَهْدِ الظَّالِمِينَ. So after that, Sayyidina Ibrahim continues to ask for the highest of his progeny. Sayyidina Ibrahim says, وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي. So we need to look at ourselves and say, it's a decision that we will make. The dua is there, inshallah, Allah accepts Sayyidina Ibrahim's dua. It's our decision to figure out which group of those do we want to be. Do we want to be from his progeny that establishes the prayers, or do we want to be from the progeny that ignores the prayers? And establishing the prayer means this: you come on time, alhamdulillah, you pray in the masjid, but you focus, and then you also allow the prayer to impact your actions. Inna salata tanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar. So it's not just doing the prayer and finishing it. Prophet Muhammad used to tell Sayyidina Bilal, arihna bis salati ya Bilal. Make us feel comfortable through praying. Nowadays we say what? Arihna min as-salati. We just want to pray and go home because I have an important meeting at work. That's not the way to think about prayer. Prayer is for us. So Ibn Ibrahim says, رَبِّ جَعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي رَبَّنَا وَتَقَبَّلْ دُعَاء. Because it's such an important dua that he's making, he then emphasizes again, oh Allah, accept my dua. And some scholars tell us he's actually asking for the acceptance of dua and humbling himself, and the other say that he's actually saying, oh Allah, accept my worship. And dua here means worship. But regardless which one, he's basically asking them for the acceptance of, because the prayer is worship as well. So he's asking for the acceptance. And then the ayah after that, very quickly, he says, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الْحِسَابُ. Oh Allah, forgive me, forgive my parents. Very much like yesterday's dua, the importance of making dua to the parents, and then also making dua to the progeny, which he has done in the previous ayah. And then he says, وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And that's the last piece we want to focus on today, which is how many times do we truly, genuinely make dua to our brothers and sisters. Not just in Palestine, more generally. We should have a habit If anybody wrongs you, before you think about your revenge and how you're gonna make it whole, first make dua to them. Anybody that wrongs you, make dua to them. Anybody that does something good to you, make dua to them. That's your biggest weapon. You want to make sure you're making dua to your brothers and sisters, and subhanAllah, you actually get rewarded for making dua to them. So when he says, وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الْحِسَابِ, this is just think how many billions saying that Ibrahim is making dua for them. So we should learn from that as well. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the people that establish the prayer and understand the Quran and implement it in our lives, and make us among the people that make dua to Allah sincerely and humbly, and that Allah accepts from all of us. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا واسرافنا في امرنا وثبت اقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. ربنا اغفر لنا ولاخواننا الذين سبقونا بالايمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين امنوا ربنا انك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا اجعلنا مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتنا